What should you expect that your real estate agent is doing when you're getting your house ready to sell? That's what we'll talk about in this, the continuation of our home selling process overview. Hi, I'm Kelly Vandiver. I'm a real estate agent in the Atlanta, Georgia area with Keller Williams, North Atlanta. Before we get into the topic of today's video, I just want to say yes, I did a little something weird with my hair. I've always wanted to try some funky colors, and I did. And I have a feeling that this is going to be one of those experiences like when I decided I needed to go skydiving at least once. Once was enough. So, anyways, let's talk about what you can expect your real estate agent will be doing in the early stages of getting your house ready to sell. In other words, what are they doing behind the scenes while you're getting your house prepped and ready? As you might guess, some of it's administrative. I'm making sure that the information about the home is getting accurately entered into the multiple listing service. I also set up alerts and keep constant contact about what else is being listed in that particular neighborhood. I also check to see what other homes are on the market as we get really close to that date when the listing goes live. I want to know what the competition is out there and what they're doing, what they look like, so that helps me be better informed about what buyers are seeing and what they're expecting and what they'll expect from my client's home when they come to see it. I communicate with other agents in my brokerage, letting them know that I have a house that's coming soon to the market, and I reach out to other real estate agents that I know have clients that might be interested in the area. I prepare the marketing material, including social media posts, as well as a flyer that people can take with them when they come to the open house or when they go to view the house. I also prepare what I call a home book, and that is a collection of information about the home that sits in a binder during the open house that people that are looking at the house can use to help them make a decision. In the home book, I include information that's found in the multiple listing service. I also include a copy of the seller's property disclosure, a copy of the community association disclosure if there is a HOA in the community. I provide a copy of general information about the community, education information, nearby shopping, etc. I also include a list of improvements that have been done on the home to highlight those for potential buyers. I also provide utility information. Basically, I'm pulling together all the information potential buyers might need to see to help them make a decision about putting in an offer on the house. I also create something that I call special feature cards. These are basically large index cards where I highlight information about the home, pointing out important features that may be overlooked by people viewing the home, and I include information about the best features of the home to just emphasize those even more. I hang those special feature cards throughout the house so that people can see them during the open house or during viewings. I write up the comments that are included in the multiple listing service to summarize the house and describe it and draw people in. Of course, I always run that past my clients to make sure I've accurately reflected the best parts about their house and that I haven't left anything out. Something else you may not be aware of is in the multiple listing service, there is a private comments section. This section is viewed by other real estate professionals, and that's where your real estate agent can add important details that they need to communicate with other agents. It might be instructions such as providing a pre-approval letter or proof of funds prior to submitting an offer. This is also where they'd list any client preferences, such as closing attorney, closing date, possession information, etc., like we talked about in an earlier video. One of the final items I put in the multiple listing service is photos. Once I get the photos back from the photographer, I review them, I organize them, I create labels for them, and I upload them into the system. One of the final steps is posting the for sale sign in the yard. The multiple listing service has rules about when the sign can be posted prior to it going live on the market. That's why it's one of the last steps. Once everything is in place and we're ready to go live, then potential buyers come to see the house. That's what we'll talk about in the next video. As mentioned in earlier videos, I've created a guide for this whole home selling process flow. You can download it using the link below. If you live in the Atlanta, Georgia area and need some help selling your house, please reach out. I'll be happy to help.